Hello, team. This is TJ, back again. This time I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the process and just trusting the process. We have an amazing process called the Own Your Life system. It's an amazing process that's leading to a lot of success for numerous teammates. All you got to do is just have enough belief in the dreams that you have enough belief in the people that you're, surrounded with, and have enough belief in this process, this system that we use, this Own Your Life system, and just put your head down and just work. Care enough about other people. So let's talk a little bit about this process for a minute. Why is this process so important? Well, this process is so important is because we put the horse in front of the cart instead of the other way around, right? Okay? One of the things that we do that's very, very important to our success is we introduce the power of the business model first, okay? We introduce the power of the business model first before we ever get into company and products. And the reason for that is because of perceptions. I think people, make so many decisions based on perceptions. And depending on what their perceptions are, those decisions could be lifelong decisions and potentially lifelong mistakes. Okay, so, perceptions. We want to manage perceptions by the way we present what we do, okay? So it's very, very important that we introduce the business model and the system of building income this way first, and then we talk about how the company and products fit into that model, okay, fit into that system, okay? So that's part of the process, right? Another part of the process is the process of actually going through the necessary steps to begin building the business. Number one is, you got to have your goals written out, okay? One of the things that I learned at an early age is you can't hit a target you haven't set. If you don't know what you're shooting for, if you don't know where you're going to, how do you get there? All right? How do you get there? So you need to have your goals written out. What is it that you're going to be willing to do to be able to make it happen, right? Obviously the minimum requirement as far as time is concerned is we're asking teammates to contribute 10 hours a week towards their own future, okay? So get your goals written out. How many hours are you going to work per week? How many people are you going to sponsor? Some of those things are already predetermined, right? Because Platinum Pacesetter is the target, 10 hours a week, 1 year commitment, right? How much money do you want to make? What is it that you want to accomplish? And when do you want to accomplish it? And how much do those things cost? So that you can begin to map out a game plan to be able to hit those targets. All right, so goal worksheet. What's another thing that's very, very important in the process? You got to have your names list. You got to have your names list filled out. 20 names. It's called the Own Your Life names list, and it's going to include 20 names. Okay? 20 names. The top 20 people that you care about and respect. Okay? So 20 names. So you got your goal worksheet. You got your names list. And what else? You want to begin putting your why book together. You want to take your goals and the stuff you've written down on your goal sheet, right, and start translating them into visuals and start putting together your why book. These are all the visuals of what it is you want. So if you want a new car and it's a Jaguar or it's a BMW or it's a whatever, you need to get a picture of that car that you want and put it in your why book. In your why book, okay? If it's a house you want, figure out the house that you want. I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, brick, whatever. I want to live in this particular part of town, and I want to be able to pay this amount of money for it, right? Put that house. Get a picture of a house that's close to what you would want, and to be able to put that in your why book, right? If you want to be debt-free, put a picture of a credit card, of your credit card, being cut up in small pieces on a page in your why book, so that you can see that you're getting rid of your debt and your credit card, right? If you want to be able to take vacation, wherever it is you want to go, get pictures of that stuff. Put it in your why book. Whatever it is you want to do, get pictures of it. Put it in your why book. And start looking at your why book every day, okay? Part of your why book should be your goals. Your goals should be in your why book, okay? So put a copy of the why, your goals in your why book. That way you'll have it, okay? And then you got the beginnings of the process down, right? Goals, names list, why book. And then what? Learn how to approach and invite people to come take a look at what you're up to, right? Learn how to approach and invite. How do we do that? We do that using the card, right? Okay? But even before card, what are we doing? Okay? We're approaching who? People that we care about, right? So if you care about these people, there's a good chance that you probably already know what their life situation is like. Okay? So then what you do is you approach them on their life situation. Let's say you have a friend named Joe, and he's got, some serious issues going on, such as he's got 3 jobs, and he doesn't ever see his wife and kids, and he's sick of it, So how do you approach someone like that? You go up to Joe and say, Joe, listen, man, the reason why I'm calling is because, you and I have been friends for a long time, and you've expressed to me that you're really concerned about, having 3 jobs and not being able to spend time with your wife and kids. How would you like to change that? What is Joe going to say? No? Man, I love being miserable. Right? Okay? So now if he says, yeah, I would like to change that. Okay? Then your job is to pull out a card, flip it over and say, hey, Joe, can you read the back of this thing right here and tell me what you think about this idea right here called Own Your Life? So, Joe reads the card. He's probably going to ask you, or most people ask you, what is it? How do you do this? This sounds pretty cool. What is this about? Those kind of questions, right? Well, the best answer is, when can you give me an hour? Okay? What I want to do is make sure that you get all the information you need in one sitting to be able to make a solid decision about whether this is something you want to learn more about, whether this is something you want to pursue. When can you give me an hour so I can introduce you to some good people and we can sit down and drink a cup of coffee together? All right? When can you give me an hour? Okay? How does Tuesday sound or Wednesday sound? Which day would be better for you? Tuesday. How about 7 o'clock? Does 7 o'clock work? No, 7 o'clock doesn't work? Well, then how about 9 o'clock? Yeah, 9 o'clock works better? Great. Okay, I'm going to put you down on my calendar for 9 o'clock, et cetera, et cetera. Just go ahead and book the appointment, right? Okay? So now once you get him there, then obviously you're going to show him the napkin presentation to introduce him to the system of owning your life, ways that you could do that, and the way that we've chosen to do that using the network marketing business model, okay? And then from there, if you continue to be interested in learning more, watch the videos on the company and products and some testimonials. And then after that, they'll get together and go through our 1-year, 52-week game plan plus our startup options, right? And then from there, it's just a matter of helping them make the 2 decisions, right? Because people make 2 decisions. Some people say, well, you know what, it's 1 decision. And I say, no, it's not. It's 2 decisions. Let me tell you the 2 decisions that they're going to make. Number 1 is, do I want to do this? So what's the decision? I want to do this. That's the decision, right? What's the next question that's going on in their head? Can I pay for it? What's the decision? I can pay for it. Simple, isn't it? Right? Okay? So I want to do this, and I can pay for it. Those are 2 separate decisions. Sometimes they happen at the same time. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they will decide they want to do this, but they don't have the ability to pay for it. Well, that shouldn't stop you from taking the process forward. Because as Don Phaler says in chapter 16, the objective of what we do is to make a friend and meet their friends. So the quicker you meet their friends, the quicker you can help them become successful, right? Okay? Now, obviously, they do have to get in eventually, officially into the system, so you help them through that process. Okay? So if they decided they want to do this, the next step is to get them some business cards and begin to teach them how to use the cards to invite, approach and invite their friends and people that they care about to the table. Okay? So that's the process. Real simple. And then you just got to learn to have fun. Have fun, get around each other, listen to tapes, CDs, read books, watch videos, and just have fun together. And great things will happen. Okay? The process is really, really simple, as you see. It's just a matter of you having enough, belief in the process, enough faith in the process, right, to stick to it. And know that if you do it and 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 do it, then it's going to happen. So I look forward to working the process with you guys, and it's been great. Until next time, this is TJ for the Own Your Life Network.